Well, we're wrapping this super interesting conversation up with Eldon. Tell us, what are the legal implications for municipalities, state-owned enterprises, and other entities that fail to comply with the new requirements of the bill?
Olebogang, thank you for that question. This is one of
It's an important one.
It's an important one indeed. This is one of the important sections that I attempted to look at. So what is so specifically important about this specific question, and whether or not there are any implication if a municipality or state-owned entity fails to comply with these new requirements in the bill. There are none, or there are none published at this stage, if I may say that. So previously the Act made specific provision for penalties as well as offences, which is Section 24 and 25, the penalties and the offences sections in the Act. This made specific provision for if persons or landowners specifically fail to comply with certain sections, then they are guilty of an offence. Or if they, for example, a person who lights or uses or maintains a fire in the open air in contravention of the previous Section 10, is also guilty of an offence. So these offences are catered for. Now, what makes this question so specifically important is because the Act that has now included that state-owned entities, municipalities or the like must, within a year after the commencement of the National Veld and Forest Fire Amendment Act, join any or a registered fire protection association in their area. So if they fail to comply within that specific area, there is no section currently that speaks to or that directs what the implication for that specific organ of state or for that specific department will be. And we're obviously looking forward to what the national bill will bring up with that, whether it will be in the regulations which are to be published or whether it will be in the form of another amendment bill perhaps. Currently there's none. We hope to see what they have in store for us in that regard. And I mean, I'd like to think that the public would obviously want there to be a specific provision, because there's often, and I say this tongue-in-cheek, and a fallacy as well, is people often associate state departments with non-compliance or with slow progress or with slow service delivery. Taking our current election in mind, there's always complaint about service delivery. And if people want to associate this with there should be accountability, or they should introduce a form of accountability or a form of reprimand should there be failure to comply with a legislation or piece of the legislation at least, what are the consequences? And that's the big question. But like I say, we hope to see what happens.
I wanted to just ask you, how has it been received, the amendments of this bill?
I think that the amendments have been well received, and I take this specifically from discussions I've personally had with, for example, the chairperson of the Free State Umbrella Fire Protection Association, Mr. Savage. I think we all know him as Savage. From my discussion with him, he has indicated that it's well received. They take no issue with it. And what is specifically nice is that there's now clarity with the amendment bill, and although there may be here and there may be one or two creases to iron out, if I can call it that. Other than that, it's been well received. We've had good comment on it. I think it's been well received, yes.